Yeah. So if you could define woke in one sentence, how would you define it? Who wants to answer?
Educated.
So you feel people that are not woke are not educated? Like, what kind of education does it take to be woke?
Social education. It's not something you can like really learn in a school class or anything. Like you can go take a biology class and get like the gist of everything like actually like broke down.
Hey guys, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely.
So today Trump had a rally and he said everything that's woke turns into shit. How do you feel about that? Do you believe that?
I wish Trump would fucking die.
Yeah. So
I think he's wrong.
what about you?
Can agree.
Agree. Wrong.
So I like your guys' hair. Are you guys woke?
Enough. I work on getting more woke.
So what does that mean? What is being woke?
I'm not as educated as I think a person of like a young 20s should be when like trying to go about the world. Am trying, do my best, but there's still some things I don't know.
It's a powerful thing to admit that there's more to learn. Everybody can learn more. You choose if you want to be woke.
I mean, what does it mean to be woke? Like, what are you learning? Aware of what?
Issues happening to people who maybe I don't identify with or that I can't understand fully. I think there's always more to learn. Everybody can learn more. Every day.
So I mean, the NFL has gone woke, Disney has gone woke, and their profits have dropped insanely. So, how does that really?
I think they'll probably see a turnaround and it's going to benefit them in the long term to be quote unquote woke because like it's just more society is becoming that way as well. So I think it's going to benefit them in the long term. Sorry they had a bad year.
So I'm a Middle Eastern man. I'm an immigrant. I'm doing my best to be an ally, to be woke. What more can I do?
I mean, you probably do way more than I do. What more can I do?
Volunteer. Find a candidate that you like and spend your time getting them elected.
Yeah.
I worked in a campaign and I cannot thank my volunteers enough for coming in and spending their free time to elect a candidate that aligns with their morals, their goals. That's the best thing you could do is spend your time volunteering.
Yeah. Give me an example of some morals that you align with, that are woke. Like, what about them? Like in Long Beach, everywhere I go, I see like gay flags, trans flags. So what more can we do for the LGBT community? What more do they want?
I mean, access to more resources, acceptability, and like more importantly, like on legislation and everything, making it easier for them in general to identify themselves and like problems that those people in the community face versus that we don't usually.
So what problems do they have right now? Because I want to learn to be more woke.
I would assume healthcare is a huge thing that they're missing out on. And
They can't even donate fucking blood.
Gay people can't donate blood?
oh, they can't.
What do you mean?
Fucked up thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, I can.
If you are trying to either donate an egg, a sperm, or blood, you have to like say that you've had like same-sex relations in the last 10 to 15 years or something. And if you have, then everything you do can no longer be used because of the unhealthy lifestyle you lead. And it's just like the wording and everything that like it just turns people off entirely versus if they were trying to like say they're a married gay couple and they want to have a kid, but you like have to go through those whole entire channels. The FDA has it set up where it's like way harder and way more difficult like to go through a whole entire screening process than if you're a same-sex married couple.
I've never heard of anyone saying a gay person has an unhealthy lifestyle until you said it.
Yeah, so it stems from the HIV like pandemic back in the 60s and 70s and the wording there. And like everything that is done with testing and healthcare is still so outdated and antiquated that like it still puts like the whole stigma on it. So it really takes away, and then like there's not even any sort of transparency with the trans community, and people are entirely unaware of what goes on and like the terminology and everything, and they just assume the worst and don't know anything. So I think education and making sure that the people that are feeling marginalized are recognized and heard and felt and said.
Like I said, everywhere I see in Long Beach and Santa Monica and like West LA, there's gay flags everywhere, there's trans flags everywhere, and that's okay. So how are they marginalized here in LA?
Oh, we're not, none of us are from California. We all live in New Mexico, Colorado, and Arizona. So here is a way more different society and welcoming and everything versus where we live, which is a little bit more rural or a little bit more conservative. It's a lot of the, like, making sure everybody knows what's being, like, awake and around and woke. But, like, making people woke is the hard part, which is where education comes in.
Yeah. So if you could define woke in one sentence, how would you define it? Who wants to answer?
Educated.
So you feel people that are not woke are not educated? Like, what kind of education does it take to be woke?
Social education. It's not something you can, like, really learn in a school class or anything. Like, you can go take a biology class and get, like, the gist of everything, like, actually, like, broke down. But, like, you need to have the social awareness because everything's not black and white. There's a ton of gray.
So you said like this area is really accepting and tolerant of people with different views and lifestyles, right?
I'd say more so than where we live.
Yeah. So what do you think would happen if someone with a MAGA hat walked through like Santa Monica or West Hollywood? Do you think they would be loved and accepted?
Probably not. I think they would get some looks and some cold shoulders. Nowhere near is what somebody would, like, experience, like, if they were an openly trans person in the Deep South, which would be, like, absolute hate. So I think it's a little bit better here to just have, like, whatever opinion you want because people are accepting and stuff, but, like, it's just rough.
Yeah, some people here get punched in the face for wearing a MAGA hat. Do you think that's right?
No, but I don't say it's wrong. I just don't condone it.
Right. So if someone wanted to punch a gay person, do you think that's wrong too?
Yeah, but maybe they're an asshole. Right. Who knows?